Alex Warren is one of the brightest rising stars in the pop music world, but his journey has been fueled by a childhood filled with darkness at every turn. One of the most important people in Alex Warren's life is his father, and that continues to be true, even though, or perhaps because, he died from kidney cancer when Warren was just 9 years old. As the singer recalled to The Hollywood Reporter in 2025, "Growing up, my dad knew he was dying, so that was something really difficult to grasp."
I don't think I was coherent enough to understand what was happening until after the fact.
Warren doesn't have too many direct memories of his dad, but he does have a wealth of home movies that he shot during his final years. Since his father knew that he was dying, he made sure to leave behind plenty of videos for Alex and his siblings to have once he was gone.
He filmed everything.
In June 2018, Warren paid tribute to his dad with a series of photos on Instagram, while writing in the caption, "He was such an amazing person and such an influential person for me. I do everything I do to make him proud up there. Love you, big man. See you again." Before he died, Alex Warren's father had a successful career in real estate, so his passing left his widow and children in a tight financial spot. As Warren recalled to The Guardian in 2025, "We were on food stamps, and my mom lost everything my dad built for us." Warren's mother coped by drinking, making her emotionally absent during a bleak time when her son needed her more than ever.
I think just not having parents became really normal for me really quickly.
Warren also opened up about his relationship with his mom during an episode of the podcast Real Pod in 2022.
My mom, drunk, was probably the worst person alive. And my mom was drunk more than she was sober.
Warren's mother also had a tendency to become abusive toward him when she was drinking, which unfortunately was most of the time. From a young age, it was clear that Alex Warren had a knack for music. As he told The Hollywood Reporter, "I was always running around in my underwear with this Fender guitar, and there's so many videos of me as a kid doing it." As he grew older, music became a way to cope with the grief surrounding his father's death and his fraught relationship with his mom. He was earnest about this part of himself, which rubbed some people the wrong way, as he admitted to BBC News in 2025. "As a kid, people bullied me for singing and doing talent shows and dedicating songs to my 5th grade girlfriend, you know?" Eventually, Warren shared his music online, where he found a more receptive audience, although he wasn't quite sure how to react to the positive feedback. As he explained to The Hollywood Reporter, "I was so used to getting bullied and hated for it." By the time he was a high school senior, Warren began envisioning a future for himself in the world of social media, YouTube in particular. But when he told his mom that he wanted to pursue that dream instead of completing school, it backfired.
One day she just kicked me out. She said, "You have to go." It was like 1 a.m. So I sat on my driveway with just a camera and a computer. That was it.
So Warren sat in his family's driveway and called every person in his contact list to ask for help. Multiple friends then offered him places to stay.
I'd sleep in their cars. I'd sleep at their houses. I'd film my videos with everyone.
The anxiety that Warren should have been feeling at this moment was instead overtaken by an entirely different, surprising emotion. As he admitted to The Guardian, "I felt free. I think anyone who's been in an abusive situation knows once you're out of it, no matter the circumstance, it is the most freeing feeling in the world, knowing you don't have to look over your shoulder and worry." It was during this uncertain period that Warren met his future wife, Kover Annan, via Snapchat. They immediately hit it off, but there was one big problem. He was in California while she lived in Hawaii. They began dating in 2018 when she decided to leave home and join him, spending their nights curled up together in the back seat of his car.
She slept in my car with me.
She did?
She didn't have to do that.
During this time, Warren and Annan began creating social media content and racked up an increasing number of views. That led them to partner with some other young aspiring social media stars to found the Hype House, with all of them living together in a swanky Los Angeles mansion while cranking out content. The house ultimately propelled Warren and Annan to a completely new level, providing him with a loyal audience as he shifted from stunt videos to sharing his music. After Warren's mother kicked him out of the house, their relationship deteriorated even further. Eventually, though, the chill between them began to thaw. He was 21 when they began to repair their rift and talked with each other for the first time after a long period of no communication. During that conversation, she revealed that she was now sober and had been attending AA meetings. Sadly, their relationship was never repaired fully, as she died from liver and renal failure just 3 months later. The fact that she died before they'd been able to come to terms with how much her alcoholism had impacted both their lives made her passing even more painful for Warren.
I never got the closure. I never got the "I'm sorry."
Everything changed for Warren when he posted a video of himself singing on one of his backup accounts. He didn't think much would come of it, but then, as he recalled to The Hollywood Reporter, "I woke up the next day to 10 million views and everyone telling me I should do music."
I didn't expect myself to get into music.
Yeah.
Despite the enthusiasm, Warren knew that it would be an uphill battle convincing those who only knew him for his wacky hype house antics that he had the goods as a singer-songwriter. His social media fame was a double-edged sword, providing him with a built-in audience, but also a skeptical one. As he explained, "I think perceptually it did more damage than help in some way, as people typically don't want to take you seriously as you come from one thing. What made the transition easier was the fact that the songs he was writing were pulled directly from his own life experiences." As he told WTBU, "I think it would have been difficult if I didn't write things that were true about me." Singing in front of audiences was another new mountain to climb for Warren, but he ultimately learned by doing. As he put it, "Now I have experience. I'm a lot better than I was before, but I'm still learning. I'm still getting better." In 2021, Warren released his single, One More I Love You. As of August 2025, it's been streamed more than 71 million times on Spotify, while the music video has racked up more than 6 million views on YouTube. The song is based on one of the most formative moments in his life, his father's death. One More I Love You had been years in the making, as Warren was just 13 when he began writing it. It started coming to him when he watched his sister attend a daddy-daughter dance after their father's passing. As he recalled to BBC News, "I started mourning for the first time, and I didn't know how to process it, so I just went to the piano and played some chords, and that's kind of where I started learning how to write." For Warren, transforming his own personal trauma into entertainment for a mass audience is now a core part of his artistic identity. As he explained to Headliner, "I think my story is something that a lot of people magnetize to. I've gone through a lot of traumatic things, and I write all my music about all the traumatic things I've gone through."
The song resonates with so many people. It helped me with a lot of my pain.
As Warren revealed to The Hollywood Reporter, he has a book called Alex's Songbook, where he keeps track of all the bad stuff that's ever happened in his life. During his songwriting process, he'll often be playing piano and latch onto a melody and then develop it. Once the music is sorted out, he'll then typically turn to his secret weapon. As he explained, "I'll scroll through my book, and I'm like, oh my god, this feels like this one time I went through this, and I'll have titles written down already." This connection with his trauma also informs Warren's relationship with his fans, who know all the ins and outs of his journey. As he explained to the music magazine Hits, "That's why it's so important that I try to give everyone the time of day. It's important for me to make sure that these people know that they matter to me." One More I Love You isn't the only time that music has been a form of therapy for Warren. His song, First Time on Earth, off his debut album, You'll Be Alright Kid, addresses the closure that he never got to experience with either of his parents before their deaths. As he explained to People magazine, "This is a song for me to be able to kind of remind myself, but also have a conversation with them, if they can hear me, you know?" Warren has also come to realize that the catharsis he experiences from his music hits his fans just as powerfully. This was particularly true for a woman he met who had lost her son to cancer and then played One More I Love You at his funeral. While their life stories are vastly different, Alex Warren's music is in many ways strikingly similar to that of his Bloodline collaborator, Jelly Roll, a former convict and drug addict whose songs of feeling broken and overcoming trauma have also connected deeply with fans. Warren has come to understand that without the suffering he endured, he wouldn't have achieved the same level of success he's reached. As he told The Hollywood Reporter, "If I didn't lose my parents, I wouldn't have met my wife, and I wouldn't have a career," which is such a strange idea to think that I had to lose the two most important people in my life to be able to achieve the success I always thought I wanted.
I realized once that was possible, then the sky's the limit.
Warren expressed similar sentiments when interviewed by BBC News. As he explained, "Without all the loss, all the trauma, all the things in my life, I wouldn't have these songs. I wouldn't have the means to help the 5,000 people coming to the show tonight. I wouldn't be able to provide for my future family with my wife." Alex Warren is no stranger to the negativity that often pervades social media. Making your way through all that is practically a rite of passage for anyone whose star is on the rise. He's dealt with it simply by deleting apps from his phone. As he explained to People magazine, "I just think at the end of the day, I have to accept the fact that, no matter what, the bigger I'm getting, the more people are going to want me not to succeed, and you just have to ignore it." Most of the comments that Warren reads online are overwhelmingly positive, but it's the handful of negative ones that stand out. As he admitted to the Los Angeles Times, "It hits a point where you have 1,000 people loving you, but those 2 people not. You're like, wait, are they the ones telling me the truth? Is everyone else just gassing me up?" Ultimately, though, Warren has realized that his biggest critic is a lot closer to home. As he admitted, "I'm my #1 hater."